You know that feeling when you're doing absolutely everything right?
Oh, yeah. Counting every single calorie.
Right, hitting the gym, drinking the water, and the scale just
Refuses to budge.
Right.
It is the dreaded plateau,
Exactly. And usually the standard advice is just, do more, eat less, run more.
which is just exhausting.
It really is.
Yeah.
But we have some source material today for our deep dive that claims doing more isn't the answer because the problem is microscopic.
Okay, so we're talking about the claim from the Harvard scientists, right?
That's the one. They allegedly identified a biological deadlock caused by low mitochondria levels.
Mm.
And we're looking at a supplement called Mitolyn that claims to fix exactly that.
Right. So I've looked at the research on this, and the mitochondrial theory of aging is a real scientific concept. Mitochondria are basically...
The power plants of the cell.
Exactly. They convert glucose into ATP, which is energy.
Mm.
The theory here is that if you have fewer power plants, you just can't burn fuel.
No matter how little you eat, it just gets stored as fat. And that is the exact pitch for Mitolyn. It promises to kickstart mitochondrial biogenesis, basically growing new power plants to turn your body back into a fat-burning machine. The sources are calling it a metabolic reset.
Which is a fascinating premise, but I do have to play the devil's advocate here for a second.
Sure.
The marketing connects this directly to a Harvard discovery to lend it some authority. But while the biological mechanism exists, we do lose mitochondrial function as we age. The leap is whether a single capsule can reverse that process.
Without any lifestyle changes.
Right, without diet or exercise.
Well, let's look at the case study included in the dossier. We have Maria. She was in that exact post-pregnancy slump. She tried the expensive treatments, the starvation diets, and nothing worked.
Which is a massive demographic. That
Yeah.
metabolic stagnation is incredibly common.
It is. So she starts this Mitolyn routine, just one capsule a day with cold water, and the numbers she reported are wild. She claims she dropped 24 pounds in her first month.
Okay, let's pause on that number. 24 pounds in 30 days.
It's massive.
That is highly aggressive. We are talking almost a pound a day. Biologically, that is approaching the upper limit of what is physically possible for rapid weight loss.
True, but for her, it wasn't just the number, it was the transformation. She talks about finally having the confidence to wear a tiny bikini to a pool party.
Wow.
Yeah, something that previously gave her literal nightmares. She described it as an energy explosion where she just felt lighter.
See, that energy component is interesting. If you are actually improving mitochondrial efficiency, you should feel more energetic.
Right.
That might explain the weight loss, not just the pill, but the fact that she likely started moving more spontaneously because she wasn't fatigued. It creates a virtuous cycle.
And she emphasizes that she didn't kill herself in the gym to get there. It was the ease of use that hooked her. Now, I do want to touch on the safety specs here because the source text has some specific phrasing.
The part about it being FDA approved.
Yeah, it says it's FDA approved and GMP certified.
We definitely need to clarify that for you listening. The source says FDA approved, but the FDA does not approve dietary supplements.
That's a crucial distinction.
Very. They likely mean the facility is FDA registered and follows good manufacturing practices. It means the manufacturing is clean, but the government hasn't stamped the actual efficacy of the pill itself.
Good catch. The source also warns specifically about distribution, official website only. They claim it's to avoid dangerous imitations.
That is a classic double-edged sword. On one hand, yes, supplement fraud is very real, and buying direct ensures you aren't getting sawdust in a capsule.
Exactly.
But on the other hand, it creates a walled garden where they control the price and the messaging completely.
True, but they do offer a counterbalance to that control, a 90-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked.
And honestly, that is the only reason I'm giving this a fair shake. It doesn't validate the science. A refund policy isn't peer review, but it does remove the financial risk for the user.
It allows you to run an experiment on yourself.
An N-of-1 trial, exactly.
So, let's wrap this up with a verdict. If you are that person we started with eating right but stuck in neutral, Mitolyn is pitching itself as the biological key to restart your engine. Maria's results suggest it can be a massive kickstart.
My take is this. The science of mitochondria is sound, but the results claimed are an outlier. If you try it, treat it as an experiment. The 90-day guarantee gives you a safety net.
Just don't expect a magic trick.
Right. Expect a tool that might help your body work with you rather than against you. Be mindful of the rapid pace of those results.
Fair enough. If you're ready to test the mitochondrial theory yourself, the offer is on the table. Here is a final thought to leave you with.
Lay it on us.
If our metabolism is truly dictated by cellular machinery, how much of our weight battles have nothing to do with willpower and everything to do with biology?
That is the million-dollar question.
Thanks for diving in with us. We'll see you next time.